What's up, everyone, and welcome back to Movie Raised. Have you already watched the Inside Out 2 fan-made trailer? It looks really nice, and it seems like this is exactly something that we should expect from the Inside Out sequel. But how close the fans are to the real movie? Let's check it out in this video.
We're crying at school!
What? Sadness, what are you doing?
Making Inside Out 2. The original Inside Out film premiered in 2015, and since then, this movie won 100 different awards, including an Oscar for Best Animated Feature Film of the Year, and was nominated for 116 awards. Inside Out received praises from the audience and earned good reviews for its plot and meaningful message. This movie is about a girl, Riley, who has 5 basic emotions like all other people, such as joy, anger, disgust, fear, and sadness. All these emotions are shown living in her head, ruling her actions and trying to control her feelings sometimes. Inside Out was produced by Pixar Animation Studios, distributed by Walt Disney Pictures, and directed by Pete Docter and Ronnie Carmen as the co-director. The film has become one of the most beloved, so it is not surprising that the directors took up the creation of Inside Out 2. Even though Pixar president Jim Morris told Entertainment Weekly that he finds it more difficult to produce sequels than original movies, his words give us a huge hope that we will definitely see Inside Out 2 this year, and we will love it. Most studios jump on doing a sequel as soon as they have a successful film. But our business model is a filmmaker model, and we don't make a sequel unless the director of the original film has an idea that they like and are willing to go forward on, Morris said. A sequel in some regards is even harder than the original because you've got this defined world, which, on the other hand, is a leg up, and on the other hand, has expectations that you can't disappoint on.
Scare her? Just follow my lead. Here we go. Bark, bark, bark! Bark, 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 bark!
The plot. If you remember the first movie, it was about a young girl, Riley, who was dealing with different emotions and feelings. Joy, anger, disgust, fear, and sadness were sitting in her head in the control room, trying to rule the girl. However, things were not as planned, and the situation started getting more and more chaotic. Joy had to realize many things, and she finally accepted all emotions, including sadness. The main lesson we learned from this animated film is that we have to accept all feelings and emotions we have because they are all part of us. At the end of the movie, Riley turns 12, which marks her puberty, and it is obvious that the young lady now has even more things to discover about herself and accept. Taking her age into consideration, the plot of Inside Out 2 will be all focused on Riley's puberty, since in the very end we see the puberty button. It is great that the filmmakers started talking a lot about puberty in movies, like turning red, for example, so for teenagers it will be easier to accept their new reality. We all know that this period of life is not easy, and it is expected that Riley and the team she has in her head will experience some difficulties. We probably should also expect some new characters, but as for now, it is really difficult to predict which exactly. Plus, puberty can also make up new islands in Riley's psyche. As you may know, people normally have 26 emotions, and for the movie, the director only picked 5 of them. This is the main reason to expect at least a few of them in Inside Out 2. Any ideas on which new emotions will appear? We think the pick will be made of jealous, lust, guilt, shame, and hope.
You want Riley to be happy? Let's get back to Minnesota and make more.
Joy,
You definitely have noticed that there's no traditional villain in Inside Out movie, which can be considered a new trend for Pixar movies. At the very beginning of the movie, we may think that Sadness was a bad guy, but she isn't. She is just like Ming in Turning Red. She just helps to discover different sides of Riley. So, as long as the original movie didn't have a traditional antagonist, we should expect to meet him in Inside Out 2. There's also a chance that we will see Riley's experiences with boys, and that her parents won't be happy that their daughter started seeing boys in such an early age. It looks like her father will get really mad, and the fact that her daughter wants to date someone will drive him nuts. This is really interesting to see how exactly the filmmakers will deal with this part, but we are pretty sure that they will do a really great job.
It's Mom. She's onto us.
What do we do?
Where's my bag? Riley needs to get remembrances.
The cast. It is safe to say that Inside Out's cast is brilliant, and we do hope that all of them will return for voicing their characters in the second movie. Joy was played by Amy Poehler, Phyllis Smith brought to life sadness, Mindy Kaling played Disgust, Bill Hader was the one who voiced fear, and Lois Black played anger. The movie also featured Kaitlyn Dias as Riley, Diane Lane as her mother, Kyle MacLachlan as her father, and Richard Kind as Bing Bong. As we have already discussed a few details about the sequel's plot, there's a big hope that all characters will be voiced by their original voices. But we will also meet some new faces if the directors will decide to add a few new characters. We are pretty sure that they already did that. Unfortunately, there's no information about the cast, but we will keep you posted.
I tell you, but you're too dumb to understand.
What?
Of course your tiny brain is confused. Guess
Release date. Release date is the biggest Inside Out 2 question. As for now, it is really difficult to say when exactly we should expect it, but rumor has it there's a big chance the Inside Out sequel will be released in summer 2022. However, we all understand that Pixar is very busy with different movies right now, including the release of Lightyear and some other projects this summer. So, judging by this information, we don't think Inside Out will happen at any time soon, especially given the fact that some sequels like Finding Nemo and Incredibles were released almost 15 years later. Of course, we hope this is not the case for Inside Out 2, but anything can happen. One great thing that gives us hope is that fans can't wait to watch the new movie, and they even created their own trailer. This trailer shows us Riley, who turned 15, and her interests have definitely changed. She is not interested in watching Frozen anymore. Now she is glued to the screen watching Keeping Up with the Kardashians, and she wants to look good in selfies. You should definitely watch this trailer if you haven't watched it yet, because it will give you some food for thought and maybe even hint at what's going to happen in Inside Out 2. Do you think Inside Out will happen this year? Have you watched the fan-made trailer? Do you think it is close to what we should expect from the real Inside Out sequel? If you have any ideas regarding the plot of the upcoming movie, let us know your thoughts in the comments section down below. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button and like this video. Thanks for watching, and see you in the next episode.